Retirement. I'm not working till I'm 60. Hmm. Vacation. I go on vacation once a year, at least. I have about $10,000 saved. You've been saving 250 since the beginning of all of this. And at the end, now you have a zero debt balance, but now your saving account is $10,000. Now you have a down payment on some land. Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be showing you how to use this template. So this template is free on Google Sheets, and there's also one on Excel if you have Excel, but Google Sheets is so much easier to use, and you can use it on any computer as long as you sign into your Google account. Um, but yeah, I will give you the template because I did tweak it a little bit. Um, but yeah, hope you enjoy the video. Um, Don't forget to like, comment, and share, and let's just get right into it. So first, we want to start at this top corner over here. We want to see the total debt. So this is just a scenario. So you can fill these numbers in how you want to, but this number will automatically populate for you. Okay, so you don't have to actually fill this in. After we go through the whole thing, it'll automatically populate right here. And your starting date, which I'm going to assume we're going to start at the beginning of the year, January 1st, 2024. Projected ending date, you'll see that after you go through the whole thing, and you can put that there yourself. And then your actual ending date is when you actually pay off everything. So the next part, who do you owe? Like, you can put your hospital bill here, credit card here, personal loans, student loans, vehicle loans, credit cards, put all the amount here, right? And this spot right here is like super important. You need to put your minimum payment. Like the minimum payment on your credit cards, usually if it's not like over 5,000, it'll be around $50 as your minimum payment. You just want your minimum payment, not what you want to pay to hurry up and pay it off. Your minimum payment, just so they don't call you, just so they don't, put it on your credit. Minimum payment. And right here is when you start paying stuff off. You can just check the boxes and then the date you paid it off. And then coming on down is right here, you want to put everything you put here, line it up on these lines right here. So this is super important. So, and how you want to line it up is, but put the credit cards with 0% interest first, because those are easier to pay off. And once they're paid off, you can just set them to the side and never use them again until all your debt is paid off. And then you can start better credit card practices so that you don't get back into debt using your credit card. So you want to list out your credit cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 2, however order you want. Put the credit card with the highest. Next, you want to put the credit card with the highest interest rate. So if it's already out of its forbearance period, you want to put that one first. So put the 0% first. Once those two are paid off, then you want to put your highest interest rate, highest interest credit card, and then your next one, and then your next one, and then your next one. Hospital bills, you want to put that next. Personal loans are already locked in at the rate they are, so you want to put that next. Your vehicles, so this is actually truly my rate. This is not how much I owe right now, but this is truly my rate. My rate is only 1.9. So I'm going to put that as the very last things besides student loans that I'm going to pay off, because the interest is so low that there's no need for it to be paid off before anything else, right? And then my student loan would be last, because that's between them and God. But anyway, you can still put that up there if you want to. If you don't have to. Okay. So you want to just put your starting balance right here. So after you list all your bills in order, put the starting balance. So if you watch right here, I'm gonna put 650. But if I change it to 500, that automatically changes down here. So you don't have to do anything. You just have to put the numbers in the correct spot. So your starting balance. So this say the starting balance is 650. We're gonna put 650 and it's gonna help us down here. Okay? Or we're gonna put 600. I think it was at 600 for something like that. So yeah, that's what we want to put. You want to put your starting balance. Like look, open your apps and literally put how much it is right now. I don't care if you have a bill coming up, put it in for right now. That way, you kind of pay it off earlier, or you have a little cushion for fees or anything else they try to throw at you. And you want to do that all the way across. Put your minimum credit card payments right here, your minimum hospital bill payment right here, your minimum personal loan payment right here, minimums. Okay, we're gonna stop right here. We're not gonna touch this bottom part yet because we want to see how much we can pay extra to go towards these debts. So this right here, extra amount per month, $750. We want to see how do I know how much money I have left over to go towards debt? And at the bottom right here, it says monthly budget. You want to click that. So in this corner right here, you're going to list your different incomes. If you get paid, this is set up to be bi-weekly, but if you only get paid once a month or the 1st and the 15th or I don't know, every week, you're going to list everything. So your check, how much was your first check? How much do you think if you're salaried, how much is your first check going to be? You only do 40 hours every single week, every single month. How much is your check usually 40 hours? Put that right there. Projected. This is projected. This is in your mind how much you're making. Do you have any side businesses? I have Turo and I do hire a car. Do you make any money off of that? I do YouTube. Do you make any money off of that? What else? TikTok. Do you make money from TikTok? Instagram. Do you make money from Instagram? Sponsorships. Do you have a side hustle? Do you DoorDash? Put your DoorDash on here. Put everything you make on here. Everything in this projected spot. And then we're going to come over and we're going to get really detailed with each and every one of these. So, groceries. The month. This is for the month. This is not for weekly. So if you spend $100 every week for groceries, you're going to put 400 here. If you only spend 150 for the month, you're going to put 150 here. How much is your rent? Mine is $800. I'm going to put $800 right here. How much is your internet? Mine is 75. How much is your lights? 200 every month. Credit card, 45. And make sure you zero out your number. So round up, don't round down, round up. So if your grocery bill is only 130 every month, just round up to 150. You want a solid number in the 50 or 100 range. Except for internet, because internet is usually the same every single month. I don't think internet packs on fees. I don't know everywhere, but in Georgia I have Xfinity, and Xfinity just goes straight to 75, 75, 75, 75, 75 every month. My lights, on the other hand, change depending on what time of year it is. So in the summer, my bill could be up to $200. In the winter, my bill could be $50. But I'm going to put 200 because I'd rather have the cushion of $200 than plan for only paying $50 and it be 200. Split this up how you are going to pay your bills on your bills due date. So if on your first check on the 15th, all of these are due, you're going to put all of these on this check. If on your next check, a bunch of other ones are due, you're going to put that on the other check. Put your phone bill down, your other credit card minimum payment, your car note minimum payment, your insurance, credit card, Big Daddy Biden, that's your student loans. Gas, like plan for your gas. So if you usually fill up once a week and your gas comes to $40, 40 times 4, 160. Okay, so this extra credit card payment, and you're gonna find this out. So I'm gonna put this at zero. You're gonna figure this out by so you put your projected payments every month. I'm just gonna leave the side businesses out because I don't want to skew the data. Um, so this first check, I'm gonna spend out of the 1,600, 1,420. Out of this second check, I'm only gonna spend 1,315. So in the end, I have. Why isn't this all showing up? Okay, in the end, I have $465 left. Okay, so with that $465, I'm gonna want to spend like an extra $205 towards my debt. And the remaining 260, I'm just going to save. Oh, I know I'm in the way. I don't know how to move myself. But it's going to be 260 right here after you put your expected credit card payment. So now you're totally budgeted. Like if you get coffee, if you go to Dunkin' every morning and it costs $7 every morning, 7 times 30 days is $210. I want you to write Dunkin' and write $210 right here because you drink Dunkin' every single morning and it costs $7 every single morning. I don't care if you go once a week, put your once a week Dunkin' on there. Put your $7 times 4. Put your $28 on here. Do you have Netflix? I don't know why you do, but 15.99. You better put that 15.99 right there. You have Hulu. Put that bundle right here. I think it's 12.99 now. Put that one in there. Put it. Do you pay money every month on it? Put it there. Do you sport bet every week? You do $100. Put that $100 sport bet right there. You want to plan for everything. You want to know where all your money is going at all times. All of it. And then when you have this listed out, you're looking at it like I don't even watch Netflix, so why am I paying for that? Now you're canceling your Netflix. There's nothing on Hulu I really want to watch. Now you're canceling your Hulu. Do I really need a sports bet? No, I don't. So I'm canceling sport betting. There are so many things that you could be like you don't know you're spending your money on until you list it out. It's like, dang, I drink a lot of coffee. Maybe I go on Amazon, buy me a coffee machine. I don't have to go every morning. They listed all the Starbucks drinks and how to make them online, so I don't have to go. So let me get that expense out. As right here where it says land and savings. So I am saving up for. So let me get that expense out. As right here where it says land and savings. So I am saving up for. Let me. It's a little bit clear. Why can't I scroll down? Okay, it's being about hell. I'm saving up for land, a house, retirement, and vacation. So my retirement comes out of my paychecks automatically, so that's zeroed out. I don't have a vacation plan right now, so I'm not gonna put anything right there. And land, I'm currently trying to save $250 for that. So every week that you add more money, it's just to keep track. So like if I put 250 here and then I go into my savings account and there's only $100 in there, it's like accountability. Like where did that 250 go? Didn't you put 250 in last week? Where did it go? Why is this number going down and not up? That's weird, right? So this spot is just for accountability. It doesn't affect your total in any way on here. And then each month as you pay them off, like so you never forget, like I know people hate auto pay. So this kind of helps you. Oh, did I pay rent? Oh yeah, I did. I paid the rent. So I'm just gonna check the spot box for the month. Oh, did I remember to pay the internet? I did. Okay. So this helps you out and Helps you keep track. So going back to your debt, now you have an extra $205 to spend on your debt every month. Because remember, we had 450 left, 465 left, but we're going to spend 205 of it. We're going to spend 205 of it on debt. So we're going to put 205 right here. So how this works. So I started with December, and all the minimum payments were made. So that on January 1st, well, January, whenever your bill is due, I'm going to take this $205 and add it to the first bill. So 205 plus the minimum payment of $45 is $250, right? You don't have to do anything at all but put 250 or put your number. So if your number here is $100, you're going to add $100 to this minimum payment. You're not going to do anything else but add them together and put that number right here. So say this number was 100. I'm going to put $145 right here, 145, right? And then I'm going to hit Control C, copy. And then I'm going to take this and drag it down to however, so say your debt isn't this low or your minimum payment isn't this low. You're going to drag it down to however far you need it to be dragged down. And you're going to do the same thing to here. You're going to copy this and drag it until you start reaching negative numbers. All right. So we're going to put this back at 205 for the demonstration purposes. And so 250, 205 plus 45 is 250. So my first payment in January will be $250. So now my balance is 305 at the end of January. And at the beginning of in February, I'm going to do the same thing and pay 250. So that my bill at the end of February is $55. So in March, I'm going to do the same thing. I know I only owe $55, but we're still going to put that I paid $250. So now you have negative $195. What are you going to do with that $195? You're going to add it to the next bill for the same month. So in the month of March, on credit card number 3, I was making $45 payments all throughout until we get to this month. So we're going to pay $135 on this. 135. 135. How I get 135? 195. Oh, 235. Math a little off. So we're going to take math way off. 240. Yeah. How we get 240? This extra 195 from paying off, you have $195 left over from paying this credit card off this same month, plus the minimum payment that you were already making on this credit card, $45. So 45 plus 195 is 240. So this month on this credit card, we're paying 240, right? So now it's April. There's no more payments on your credit card number 1. So this credit card is paid off, right? But what about that money I was spending? I was paying $250 every month. Do I keep that $250? Now I have $250 to spend every month? No, you're going to take that $250 and add it to the minimum payment right here, which is $245. And now you're going to be paying $295 on this credit card. But I like to round up, so I'm going to just say $300. $295, $300, $5 more. If you want to do the $295, you can just go ahead and $295. So right here where there's no payment on the first one, that's when you want to start paying that $295 on this credit card. And now this credit card is done because we already snowballed that one out too. See how quickly? But you want to focus on the first credit card. Don't worry about the other ones. The other ones are getting met by the minimum payment. You're focused on credit card number 1 only. Once credit card number 1 is done, now you're focused on the second debt, credit card number 3. Now credit card number 3 is paid off in April. and you have $70 left over. So you want to take the $70 plus the $45 from the next credit card minimum payment, and you want to add that together, which is 125, which is 115. I'm good at math, I swear. So this 115, yeah, this 115 now brings credit card number four's total to 345 for the month of April. And now the month of May, there's no more credit card. So now credit card one. So now you're paid off credit card one and two, right? What about that money I was paying, the 295 here? Now I have $300 every month to spend. No, we're gonna take that 300 and move it on to credit card number four. So 295 plus 45 is 340. But we have extra $70 here, so we're gonna put. We already did that. The 70. So we put the 115, and then the following month we have 340. Let's keep it. We have 340. I like to round up, so that's why some of the numbers are off. But we have 340 to spend this month, right? And now you only have a balance of $5. You might as well just pay that off that month and just make this 345. $0. Boom. Boom, you're done. There's nothing to carry over. You paid it off exactly. So now we're going on to the next month. And now what? Now we get into a bigger debt. See, these were only $600, so it only took like 4 months to pay them all off each. But now we're getting into the nitty gritty. We're getting into the big payments, the 3,000s, the 18,000s, $19,000 loans and stuff. So what we want to do? So what are you gonna do? Hmm? You're gonna keep going. So now this 345 that you were paying on this, we're gonna roll it over here in this $45 minimum payment. So 345 plus 45 is 390. 390. You want to bring that all the way down, you hit copy, control C, hold the next box down and drag it down until you start seeing zeros. So see? And then you're gonna take that same box, hit copy, and drag it down to the same one, hit C. Control V to paste. So now we're here again. So up until May, you're making the minimum dollar payment on this credit card right here at $45. And now in May, you're going to start making $390 payments on this credit card right here. So $390 every single month until January 1st of 2025, you'll be done paying all your credit cards off. And now you can start rolling $290 over to your hospital bill. So $490 for this month. Oops. I think the minimum payment for this is $200. Should be $200. But now do you see it? Your minimum payment is now $490 right here. So it's going to be $490 here too. Now we don't need these boxes. So by a month after you pay off your credit card, now your hospital bill is gone. Just by making your minimum payment and adding the payments you were already making on your credit cards to that payment. And now we're on our personal loans. Now you're going to move over this 380 plus this 450, which is going to be, now you're just going to, let's see, these numbers don't match up. So Is my minimum payment 450 for this personal loan? We're gonna put 450 for this personal loan. And we're gonna drag that all the way down. Copy to here. And we're gonna 450 plus 380, which is 830. And now we're gonna start making 830 on this one because that's the leftover, but really we're gonna do 490 plus 450 because 490 is what we had after all those other debts are paid off, and we still have that snowball money. And we're going to move it over to our personal loan. So 490 plus 450 is 8,940. Now every month we're paying 940. Gonna hit copy and paste this all the way down till 940. Seems like it's gonna be paid off. Right about there. And the rest of this is gonna get deleted. And we're gonna reset the colors. Okay, so now this 940 is snowballing down until we're left with 550 right here. We're gonna add 550 to this minimum payment, which is 450, and we're gonna have 1,000 for this payment right here. But we're gonna take this 940 plus this 450, and we're gonna get 1390. Fact check me in the comments. 1390. From now on, it's going to be our payments here. We're just going to bring 1390 all the way down. So now this gets paid off really quickly. I know you're going to say something. Just hold on to the end. I know what you're going to say. What about the interest? I'll tell you at the end. And we're just going to keep going and doing the same thing over and over. Move it over to the next. Move it over to the next. You see how fast, much like close, like within a few months of each of these, they're getting paid off. So now we have 784. This minimum payment is this is our vehicle. This is our student loan. These payments ain't $200. Why is $200? But we're just gonna, for ducks and giggles, gonna say it's $200. And we're going to move over. So this is 984 for this month only. We're gonna add 1390 to this. So we're just gonna put 1590 and drag this until I feel as though I'm going to delete this and reset. Okay. Now that we're done, we've fixed all the debts, even the student loans. Even though most of us have left that up between Jesus and Biden, we even paid off the student loans. And if you come all the way over here, it's going to tell you when you're going to pay off this loan. You're going to pay this loan off by March 2026. So we're just going to delete. Well, I'm going to leave that there just in case you need it. But March 2026, your loans will be paid off. You're going to even have an extra $1,000. Actually, we're going to bring this up. And we're going to bring this up one. Delete. We're going to delete this one because it's only $76 right here. So we're going to bring that up even a month sooner. And we're going to make that $1,666. Now you owe $0. My birthday is in February, so if this was my debt, I would be done by February 2026. My birthday, a good birthday present for me would be paying off all my debt. So in this scenario, I'll be done by my birthday 2026, which is 2 years away. So it's 2024, 2025, and 2 months. So 2 years and 2 months away. And while we were doing that, that 250 that we said we were saving because we had a little extra, we put that in our savings, 250, 250, 250, 250. So at the end of all that, after paying off all your debt, you have about $10,000 saved. You've been saving 250 since the beginning of all of this. And at the end, now you have a zero debt balance, but now your saving account is $10,000. Now you have a down payment on some land. Now you have 10,000 to go on a nice vacation. Now you have 10,000 COVID 2.0 fund. Like we get COVID again and we got to stay in the house. Now you have a 2.0 fund. So you get out of debt and you have money in your pocket. That seems like a great way to spend 2 years of biting down and doing just the bare minimum and doing what you need to do to get all your debt paid off. Now, going back to, oh, what about the interest? So, yeah, there's going to be interest and it's not going to work out perfectly like this, especially with probably the personal loan, your car loan, and your student loan, especially the student loan. But this, in my opinion, let me put the warning, this is not financial advice. This is not financial advice. This is not financial advice. What I've paid off a car before. My very first car was I got jugged on that, but regardless, what they wanted me to pay for that car after my 6 year term was up would have been $31,000, and that was on a 2009 Ford Focus. Let that sink in. This was 2015, so it was only 6 years later, but still, that car was not worth $30,000. Out the door, $30,000. It wasn't $30,000 brand new. So 6 years old. But it was my first car. I didn't have any type of credit. I couldn't have anyone co-sign for me, so that's the rate I got. And at the end of that, I would have paid $31,000 on that car. That was the interest and the principal put together. So around the car was 19,000. The interest was going to be around 11,000, 12,000. So they want to be paid 31,000. I paid that car off in 2.5 years. And you know how I did it? I paid the minimum payments. I think the minimum payments were probably like 250, 350 maybe. I paid the minimum payments and I saved. So look right here. So the minimum payment for um, vehicle one is 450. But starting here, I'm paying $1,000. Instead of paying $1,000, I would continue to pay 450 and save 550 on the side. So 450 is getting paid and 550 is getting saved. So that when my savings match how much I owe on the loan, match, I pay it off. See, this way, if you pay this $1,000, you're just paying $1,000 towards the interest. I mean, you're just paying that 550. It's going towards the interest, and your interest is coming down. So instead of 2026, you're bringing your months closer in, but you still have to pay. If you get what I'm saying, the money doesn't go to the principal. I don't care what they tell you. Like, oh, you're making. They're going to defer your next month. So if I pay double, so I pay 900 next month, I won't owe any money. That's all they're doing. They're pushing your payment back. So if you didn't pay next month, they just took that extra money from that previous month, put it there. So now you're still at the same balance, but you paid more that previous month. I'm trying to make sense of, like, trying to make it make sense, because in my mind, it makes sense to me. You're not paying on the principal when you pay extra money on vehicle loans, personal loans, mortgages, stuff like that. If you go on your loan, wherever your loan is, their app, and you click give me a payoff quote, the payoff quote is going to be your balance right now. But if you exit that, and usually they have a tracker to say, oh, you're going to pay $31,000 by 2026, but your payoff quote says only 18. So where did the 31 come from? It's them equating the interest. Go ahead and make that $1,000 payment and see what the tracker does. It doesn't do anything. It just said that you made all your interest payments first, quicker, but you still owe the principal. So instead of just paying your interest early, because that's all you're going to do if you keep making these payments, just pay the minimum, save the extra payments, and when they match up, you pay it off all at once. Or break it up, like pay half and then wait a week and pay the other half. That's what I did. I paid half, I waited a week, and then I paid the other half. And then my credit score shot up like 100 something points from doing that also. So I was at like a 680. My score shot up to a 785. Yep. Off of my first car, even though it was like a quote unquote bad investment, since it was the only car I could get, I didn't have the cash to buy a cash car. I had to get a loan, and I really needed a car to get to and from school, to and from work. It ended up being very good for my credit, and that's how I got this new car that I have at a 1% interest. So it wasn't a total loss, but I did end up paying that car off 3 years early just by saving my difference instead of paying it every month for them to take it in interest. But that's just my opinion. Some other gurus might have like a different opinion on how to pay off cars and student loan debt quicker. Uh, but that's just me and my opinion. So you could take it, you could do more research, you could do whatever. Let's see. I think we're done. So now our we're gonna go back to the top in February 2026. Oh wait, our projected end date is gonna be February 2026. And our actual end date is, say we come into like during tax time. Say you come into some extra money. I'm gonna say tax time is like around March. Say you come into, they give you $4,000. You're gonna be able to pay off the rest of this one, and probably this whole loan all at once. And all of this is gonna change because you use that $4,000 just towards debt, and now you're already on your hospital bill. So that's gonna bring your time way up. So you can put your. That's why there's an actual ending date, because maybe something happens and you pause, the extra payments, and you only do the minimums, which is fine. Just alter your data and just keep on track until you can start making those extra payments again. Say you get a raise at work, and now this 205 can become 305, and you could pay a little extra more. Whatever happens, the tracker tracks it. We just need to keep up with the tracker. Put the tracker on your phone. Download Google Sheets onto your phone. Keep this everywhere with you. Look at this monthly budget. Like every month you got your paycheck, go straight to this monthly budget. It's like, okay, this paycheck, I need to buy groceries. I need to pay rent. I need to do the internet, lights, my credit card minimum balance, my phone. I need to pay my phone. That's what you need to do. And then you go to your debt, and you can go and black these out. Like December is done. I'm going to change the words to white, but I'm going to change the box to black. And then that's how you keep up with it. Like now, January's done. And the numbers match because I'm not spending extra, and I'm not, deviating from the plan. And now February's done. Now, I mean, January's done. Now February, now March, now April. You just want to keep doing that. That's just accountability, you know? So let me know in the comments if you need a more in-depth tutorial on how to do this. Remember, if you need to make this box longer, you click the last box you have, Control C at the same time, and it should highlight like that. And you click the empty box below it, drag it however far you think you need to go, and hit Control V. And that will copy the code that's already what's it called? It will copy I'm gonna sit here trying to figure it out. It's gonna copy the equation that's already used in each of these boxes, and it's gonna help you and drag it down. It's gonna copy the equation that's already used in each of these boxes, and it's gonna help you and drag it down. It's gonna copy the equation, and the equation is going to automatically set for each box, so you don't have to, know equal minus parentheses and all that stuff. You could just keep using what was already there. And then as for the colors, as you can see, like I made them so when I'm like halfway done, it gets to yellow, just to show like, oh, I'm out the red, I'm out the yellow, I'm in the green, I'm almost done paying everything off. That's how it feels. So make sure you tweak. You can add more. Like say your debt goes into 2027, 2030, 2040. Like just you have to do these. Like you will have to copy and paste. Usually, so it says June. I will go up to the June of the last month and put like July, hit copy, drag as much as I need, hit paste, and it's gonna help you do it every single time and double it, double it, double it, double it, double it. That's all you need to do. This is all copy and pasting. That's all you need to do to get this to work. Copy and paste the right things. Fill in the numbers where you're supposed to fill in the numbers. Don't delete. Don't change. Don't alter this in any way. You can just change the colors if you want. The colors don't do anything. But yeah, this is your tracker. Also use your monthly budget so that everything matches the way that it should be. That way, no surprises. There are no surprises. Even put in emergency money. You put in emergency $75 just in case your tire pops and you need a new tire. Do that. Okay. Put in the comments if you need a little bit more help. I can help you, and you can DM me on Instagram or just write your comments down below. And I do usually answer. If you look at my other videos, I usually answer everyone who comments. Okay, before I log off and let you, begin your journey on this, I want to go back to the monthly budget and focus on your incomes. So your two paychecks, as you can see, with the amount I put in the bills that I put up, I would be fine. I would be have an extra 250 a month to save, but that doesn't really leave a big cushion. So that's why having side hustles is super important. In 2024, I need you to get out the mindset that your 9 to 5 is enough. There's money to be made, and you don't have to go get another part-time job. You don't have to pick up babysitting. You don't have to pick up dog walking. You don't have to pick up. You could do it all on the internet. You could start a YouTube channel of you sitting there sewing. People will watch anything, and you can make money off people watching you do anything. So, you don't want to be on camera. You don't have to be on camera. Point the camera towards you sewing and just show that. Point the camera to you painting, show that. You don't have, there's many ways to do it. Don't want to do YouTube, that's fine. Twitch, make money off your Instagram, your TikTok, go out and DoorDash, Instacart, drive for Uber, have extra cars. I have an extra car, so I do Turo and hire car. Put your income on those. Those are extra incomes that could just be your savings. I need you to understand that you need to do something else. You need extra money besides your 9 to 5, just in case something happens. People are getting, knock on wood, people are getting laid off left and right. You need a cushion. who knows, that side hustle could turn into your main income where you can quit your 9 to 5. You need an extra source of income. And yeah, you can make money off of TikTok. Yeah, you can make money off of YouTube. Yeah, you can make money off of Instagram, Pinterest. Start an Etsy shop and start selling stickers. Printify. Start making up hoodies with just put some words. I'm cold. Sell the hoodie for $25. It costs $20 to make $5 off of every hoodie you sell. Make mugs. Make phone cases. Just anything that you can think of that doesn't cost money to start up. Even if it does cost money to start up, you need to make your money work for you. You can't just expect your 9 to 5 to continue to get you by, which is a sad reality because, you know, back in the day, they could go to their 9 to 5s, send their kids to school, get a house, get a car, and have 4 kids, and be just fine, and still have savings and for retirement and be just fine. But now that's not the reality, which is sad. But we have to adapt and get out this endless cycle of capitalism and endless cycle of debt. Yeah, because 2024, I want to be an owner. I want land. I want land. I want a house. People have given up the idea of buying a house. I still want a house with a lot of land. Retirement. I'm not working till I'm 60. Vacation. I go on vacation once a year, at least. So I'm saying all that to say, find you a side hustle that can bring you in an extra. I'm gonna say 250. Let's start there. You need at least an extra 250 a month. Do something that gets you an extra 250 a month. I'm gonna be filming some more videos, and I'm gonna do a couple of side hustles that I have, and you can look at those videos to get some inspiration. In the description again will be this template, which is 100% free. You just gotta go on my link tree and find the spot that says financial freedom template, and make sure you download Google Sheets on your phone. All you gotta do is have a Google account to log in, save a copy, and edit it at your will. Uh, Thank you for watching this video. I hope you also are excited about your journey to financial freedom. And I will see you in the next video.